Today I want to talk about my favorite things. So I have my trusty diary here, and I've written down all my favorites from this month. Mostly this month, a little bit of June. I suppose they're like a summer favorite situation. I'm just gonna go through it, and honestly, it's like the most random list of things. I just want to yap about things that I like. So let's do that. Also, please excuse the state of my hair. I went to the gym this morning, I put it in a bun, and then when I took it down, it just looked crazy, and there was no way to wrangle that situation, so we're just moving on. Okay, so my first favorite of July was this. Can you get the ASMR if I do it close to the mic? This is my Officine Universal Billy body oil, and this is the amber one. This shit smells so good, and it just looks gorgeous. Like, it has no shimmer at all. It's just really moisturizing, and it just makes you look like shiny. So basically that's it. I bought this in Paris when we were there for Fashion Week in June, and I have been using it ever since. I only use it when I have my like décolletage or my legs out and I want them to look like voluptuous and shiny. But also it just layers so well with perfumes, especially because I'm such a like amber notes babe, that all of my perfumes like mix with this really well. So it's just yummy as like a layer before you put the perfume on to make your perfume last longer and just smell stronger and better. It's just, I love this stuff. Also, the bottle is just gorge. I wish that my room was like more aesthetic, and then I could have this like displayed somewhere and it would be like really chic. However, as you can see, I have not really decorated my room yet. I only moved here recently. Anywho, also what's really good about that oil is like whenever I have some left over, I just like scrunch it in my hair, and then it makes my hair smell nice as well. Okay, second summer favorite is driving with the roof down. This is so like, is that cliche? I don't know. But me and my boyfriend Daniel bought ourselves a car. We have a car that we can drive in Melbourne when we're there, but not here. And it's just been making life difficult to not have a car. So we bought ourselves a little 2-seater convertible, and it's so cute. It's so us. And it's just been so nice with the good weather to just drive around with the roof down, especially there's quite a lot of like country roads where we live, so it's just a vibe. Like, there's something very end of a movie, Audrey Hepburn summer, American summer about it. It's very Pepsi Cola, it's very Diet Pepsi Addison Rae, except not really because there's no backseat. It's a 2-seater. Next up is matcha. Matcha has been my fave for many years now. Nothing new there. However, it was only a month ago, I think maybe, that I discovered that you can cold whisk matcha. That's life-changing in a real way. I have not had a hot water matcha since discovering that you can cold whisk, because it is honestly upgraded the matcha game so much. And it's one of those things that you think like, how could it possibly make a difference? But it's the same way that like, what's the difference between like a latte and a flat white and a cortado or an Americano, whatever. It's like, oh, it's like steamed a little, or it's like, oh, it's got a little bit more milk in it. Surely that doesn't make a difference. It does. It does, and cold whisking matcha makes a huge difference. And I love it. I'm really into putting a splash of rose water in my matcha. It gives it like this really like sweet floral flavor. I'm also very into like a salty matcha. So I do like maple and just a pinch of molten sea salt. Yeah. Okay, next I actually have a like clothing styling favorite. which is probably what you guys are here for. So this summer I have just loved off the shoulder, like a real slouchy off the shoulder moment. Just eats every day. I just want to have like one shoulder out. That's enough for me. Another styling favorite of mine at the moment are my babies. These are my favorite shoes right now. These are my Dolce Vita Mary Janes. Please ignore the fact that they're fucking green. I promise I don't have like moldy feet, but I wear them in London and I just feel like no socks in London, you're asking for pollution like in your shoes, right? So for some reason they've like oxidized. Anywho, they are gorgeous. I'm very big into smart shoes lately. Like when I go out, I always want either a heel or like has to be a proper shoe. I'm just not like into trainers lately. I think that's probably a summer staple for me. It's just been a smart shoe. Like I love a heel, I love a heeled loafer, I love a ballet. Something just very like chic and respectable and like feminine about always having a little bit of a heel. Okay, what is next on my list? Okay, let's do some makeup faves. I've been such a cream blush babe lately, which is crazy because I'm not much of a blush person, but I've just been loving these products. This is my top 3 blush rotation as of right now. The Rhode blush in Piggy. Love this. This was the first one that I was like using on a regs because they sent me the whole color series. These are my top 2. The formula of these is so freaking good. It's just really natural. On my skin it's very easy to just like blend it in, and I'm quite I don't like my blush to be too like bright at all. I like it very laid back, so you can really blend these into nothing, which sounds bad but it's perfect for me. This is a really nice like cool bright baby pink, and it's just like a vibe. Love this. This one is the one I'm wearing the most at the moment, which is Sleepy Girl. This is also a cool pink, I think, but it's like a deeper cool pink. And this, when I put this on, is like, for some reason on my skin tone, so if you're of similar like skinned shade / undertone to me, this just gives you like the most natural blush. Like it looks like it's genuinely just coming out of my face. It's crazy. And lastly is this Refi blush, which is this is what I'm wearing right now, but you probably can't see. I know this looks crazy. Like I know that looks crazy. It's bright freaking red / orange in there. When I blend it onto my skin, it's just like this natural pink red flush. Like I'm just really hot. Like I'm hot and I'm like overheating a little bit. Like it's so good. It's so good. Those are my go-to blushes at the moment. Obsessed with all 3 of them. By far my faves. And while we're here talking about makeup, I might as well speak lips too. These are my favorite lip products at the moment. More Rhode, sorry. Serious product placement going on here. Love this. It's like the most just like bright pink. Like it makes your lips just look so like pretty, like princess, like bubblegum. Love it. And then this is very natural. It's like a cool tone. It looks really, really nice on the lips, and it just sort of like very low-key are the only things I'm really putting on my lips right now, and I love them. Also guys, while I'm here talking lip products, I don't know if you will have seen in the previous video. In that video, I'm pretty sure I'm like, oh no, I couldn't get Stone lip liner anywhere. And I was like, guys, like we can't all be Gabriette, you know, like we can't, one of you has to give the Stone lip liner up to me. Anyway, it turns out that I am actually the one that cannot be Gabriette, because I went out and I bought that freaking lip liner. I found it and it looked like shit. It looks so bad on me. It looks so bad on me. And you know what the crazy thing is? That was peak consumerism brain rot for me, because I have Stone lip liner. I've had it before. I've bought it. I bought it when I was like 18 or something, and I remember buying it thinking it was going to be amazing, putting it on and it looking like shit. So I don't know what I thought I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. Like, I don't know what magic spell Gabrielle had me under that I thought I could just change the undertones of my face and my skin, but I can't. And it looks like crud. And that's £20 down the drain. This is just me being, what do they call it? Oh, de-influencing core. This is me being a de-influencer right now. If you know that something doesn't work for you and you buy it because someone cool has it, come on. This is me pep talking myself. Come on. That's stupid, guys. That's stupid. I bought these Frederick Malle samples a couple weeks ago, and I bought them and hoped that I wouldn't really like them, and they've come and they are so good. I'm very obsessed with them, and unfortunately now I have to spend my life savings on Frederick Malle perfume. Love that for me. I have a very clear perception of like what my scent is and like what I like to smell like, or at least I have up until this year. I love warm notes. I love spicy. I like spicy, wintry, sweet like fragrances. I love like cinnamon and cardamom and amber. That was fine up until this year when it was like, wait, this is a little bit too signature. Like, even I'm bored of it, and I chose them. All of the fragrances that I own, delicious as they are, they're all like sisters, and they're close sisters. They're like sisters that are also best friends. And I needed some cousins in there, you know, I needed something to switch up the vibe every now and then, because it was too same. In pursuit of that, I ordered 3 of the Frederick Malle samples. One of them I actually don't like, so we won't address her, but these 2 I love. Okay, I'm pretty sure I literally just rambled on for like 10 minutes about these fragrances and then realized that I wasn't filming. So we go again. This one is French Lover, and I adore this, right? So I think this is actually a men's fragrance, and you can definitely tell that. Like, it's very manly. Yeah, it's very masculine, it's very woody, but it's also so warm and spicy and a little bit like almost sweet. Yeah, something about it is so good. The woodiness brings it away from my other fragrances, but it still just has the same like warmth to it, which I like. It's still honestly not much of a summer fragrance, I'll be honest, but I just love it so much that I want it. I think because it's a men's fragrance, it makes me feel very like confident, more like audacious. I really like this. I feel like when I'm going somewhere that I need a little like perk up in self-confidence, this is what I'm using it for. And then this one is actually such a surprise to me that I like it as much as I do, because it's nothing I would usually go for. It's very powdery, it's almost quite fruity, it's very like girly, I think. Those are not things that I go for in a fragrance. However, I love this. I think there's like a peach and a plum note or something, so it's definitely got like a fruitiness to it, but it's so warm and sweet and spicy. So delicious. It's like a little peppery, it's very ambery. I think it's got like cloves. There's a strong clove scent, like clove and carrot seeds, but it's still like girly. It opens up very powdery. As it warms up on the skin, it gets a lot more spicy. It's like a pink carrot cake with like plums inside. This one is definitely more like woody tree vibes, but honestly I love them both. What did Cher say? Like, I don't need a rich man, I am a rich man. That is what French Lover is to me. I don't need a man, like I am a man. I have a man, but that's irrelevant. Apologies, camera died, but we're back, and now I want to talk food. There's a few food items on the list, and I think I'm just going to chat about them all at once. First off, I discovered Salad Project. I don't know, is it just in London? I feel like it's probably just in London. I mean, isn't everything? But if you live in London or you frequent London and you're a fan of salads, please go to Salad Project. I am obsessed. Something about summertime and like just a massive like salad, just like cold crunchy veggies, like fries, unbeatable, literally unbeatable. And I love this place. There's a few of them in London and you can make your own salad. And sorry to be like a basic bitch, but like, no, I'm not sorry. I'm actually not sorry. It's so good to be a person who likes salads. It feels great. I love it. And yeah, Salad Project is so yummy. I find like every time I'm going into London, Daniel's like, oh, like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, you can eat whatever you want. I'm gonna get a Salad Project. And I'm gonna eat half and I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna eat the other half later. And it's gonna be amazing. So I go there and I get essentially like a Caesar salad. Oh, their Chipotle Caesar dressing, amazing. They have like crunchy corn and they have like tofu, which is good because so many places, so often I want a Caesar salad, and in London, like, they just have chicken. Not even just in London, in wherever you go to get a Caesar salad, it's always like a chicken Caesar salad. I'm a vegetarian, babe. Like, give me some fucking tofu or something. I'm obsessed with this breakfast, right? And essentially it's peanut butter on toast, okay? But there's just a particular way that you have to make it, right? And you need a slice of good sourdough bread. You need to toast it to perfection. And then you need a lot of crunchy peanut butter. Don't use smooth peanut butter. Like, people that like smooth peanut butter are just so, why just get crunchy? Like, it's a texture thing. Like, I don't know, it's like how people like seedless jam. Like, why are you taking the seeds out of it? That's kind of the whole point. I don't know. I like to make sure that my peanut butter is literally just like blended up peanuts, and I don't like it when it has a bunch of like extra shit in it. That throws me off. And then you need to drizzle honey on top, and not just any honey. Like, don't use shop bought honey. Like, I mean, you can, I do sometimes when I have to, but to get the absolute most out of this, you need to use like raw local honey, because it just tastes so much better. Topped with like flaky sea salt. Me and my Molden flaky sea salt, life-changing, honestly life-changing. A little sprinkle, a big sprinkle of Molden sea salt. That is like one of the most delicious breakfasts. Like, it's just perfect. It's like, it's salty, it's crunchy, it's sweet. That and a cup of green tea. Final food favorite, and this one actually is a little bit life-changing, because I have found good hummus that you can buy in the supermarket in England. I honestly never thought I'd see the day. Ramona's hummus, oh, it comes in the most enormous tub, but frankly, me and Daniel have no problem with absolutely devouring that tub within like a week. And it's so good. We get the jalapeno whatever, we get the jalapeno one. Ramona's jalapeno hummus, amazing. That and a sweet chili rice cracker, that and a Tyrell's sweet chili crisp. Honestly, the rice cracker is a little bit better, just like texture wise. Even that on a slice of sourdough bread and a bit of paprika, is making me hungry. Like, I want it right now. And now I am going to stop waffling about food, but hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I think now would be a good time to address these relics in the corner of the room. Who is going to tell me that HMV is open again? What? And I went in there like 2 weeks ago, and I was not expecting for it to be as great as it was. Like, something about rummaging in HMV, like, and we, in like CDs, they had like vinyls, which is like whatever, everyone has vinyls now, but they had CDs. It was so like reviving. I felt like I had drank from the fountain of youth. Like I was literally 14 again, and it was everything. Like, oh, I loved it. I don't know if other ones are open or if it's just that you know, the one, like the big one in London that's like opened again. But if you go by there, go in, like, because it genuinely gave me like serotonin to be in there. I was running through those freaking aisles just looking for like every CD that I owned like 10 years ago, and it was just, it made me so happy. It was so fun. And I did buy these CDs. I got this, The Best of Sade, Can't Go Wrong. Literally can't go wrong. Look at that face. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse on freaking CD. That's everything. Daniel has been on this mission ever since we got the car that we need to have a radio that has CDs, and we need to get a CD collection, and we need to listen to music only in full album forms. I have been against that vehemently. It got me. It did. The melancholy, the nostalgia, it got to me, and I bought these, and he bought like 2 CDs as well. And we got in our car and we were like, oh my god, it's amazing, like, let's drive home. We was driving home from London, like, let's put our freaking CDs on. Guys, the CD player in our car doesn't work. An exercise in a waste of time and money, but also not, because it just brought so much joy, and eventually we will fix it and I will be able to play these. But spend like 50 quid in HMV, can't play a single one of them. So what was the favorite in question? Okay, HMV is the favorite in question. Like, the favorite is just going to HMV and just like living in nostalgia, and me just telling you that you should do the same if you haven't already. That's it. Like, literally, what is summer for if not being like young and nostalgic? It's like the whole point. The main camera keeps dying. We're just gonna stay on this camera now. Back to clothing. I have 2 clothing favorites that I want to chat about. One is polka dots. Honestly, I've had a polka dot whole year, to be honest. I've been collecting polka dot stuff since January, I think, because I remember buying a bunch of polka dot things before I went to Melbourne. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my vibe this year's polka dots. So, and I was right. Come on, trend prediction. Not, maybe not trend prediction. I was probably right on time, but like, whatever. I was like very slightly in front of that one. Anyway, here is a montage of all the items I own that are polka dot. I also love stripes, but not as much. Polka dots have a higher place in my heart. Got this polka dot phone case, which I haven't put on my phone yet, but I will be. Very into 3/4 lengths. I only have like 2 t-shirts that are actually 3/4 length, like sleeves. But I love them and I want more, and I don't know if anyone cares about that, but there's something so chic about a 3/4 length sleeve. No more explanation needed. I just love it. Like, it just looks so freaking good. Honestly, I'm very sick of talking at this point. I'm also very sick of like looking at myself in this viewfinder, and I want to go and live my life away from this camera. So I have one more thing I'll talk about. My last July favorite, and this is specifically a July favorite, has been reading again. I feel like I've been in a big reading rut this year. I definitely go through phases where I'm like an avid reader and I'm reading like every day and I'm just like melting through books, and other times I just like won't read for months. I was definitely in a big reading rut, but I've come out of that and I've read like 3 books in the past months. I have books just like piled up in my room that I'm just not reading, and I'm still gonna go to Waterstones and buy more. Like, I just have to. But I said to myself, like, I laid out all my books and I made a pile of the ones that I haven't read yet, and I put them like in order of what I should read and like what order. And I said to myself that I'm not allowed to buy any more books until I've read 2 of that pile. So I've earned 1 book so far, and I'm halfway to being able to buy another book. But these are the 3 books that I've read. Joanne Didion, Played As It Lays. Can I be bothered to talk in depth about how I feel about them? No, I can't. But you know what, I'll tell you what I rated them, because I don't know if anyone else does this. I don't have Goodreads or anything, but every time I finish a book, I have to just like give it a rating. And I have a little reading list in my notes app. Me and my notes app really like this. When I read something, I like check it off and then I give it a little rating. So 3 out of 5 stars. Is someone gonna crucify me for that? It has a real like rushed energy, like you want to read it fast because like that's how the book's written, which I think really helped get me out of my reading rut, because I was like wanting to read it, and I definitely enjoyed it. I just didn't love it, and that's all I'm gonna say. Vegetarian by Han Kang, also 3 out of 5 stars. I'm not very easy to please right now. Definitely enjoyed it. I think at first when I read it, I wasn't really sure what was going on. Like, I don't know, it's not a confusing read, but I was just not like fully connecting with it. After I realized that it's really talking about like what it's like to be a human, and just how everything you do as a human is just like causing pain to others, pretty much. Like what you eat, you're murdering an animal. Even if you're vegan, you're like, you know, you're drinking almond milk and it's like destroying the environment. Like you can't win, and the only way to like not be harmful to the earth and to the world is to just like die, essentially. And I get that now, and now that I know that that's what the book was saying, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, good book. I don't like to change my rating after the fact. Like, I gave you the number I gave you, and we're just gonna leave it at that. So close to finishing this. This is August Blue by Deborah Levy. Honestly, the cover is so sick. I just wanted it for the cover. Like, imagine I open my book, I'm reading it, literally like the first page, she refers to a blue surgical mask. I said, oh, what do you mean a blue surgical mask? When is this book set? When was this book published? A couple pages later, she starts talking about antigen tests. Guys, I turned immediately. I said, let me check the front page. It was published in 2023. Oh, it's jarring. It's jarring to me, and so no matter what happens in the book, whether it's good or bad, probably not going to get more than 3 stars out of me, like at a maximum, because I just find it annoying. That's too jarring. Like, I can't get into the book because you keep bringing me back to my present life. And now I am really, really, really done with talking. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me yap if you got this far.